it as a volcano that was going to erupt. It was just that it's Soufrière Hills, it's a good tourist attraction. We would take eggs and we would wrap them in a cloth or kerchief and put them over the vent, because there are vents all around, small vents, and the egg would be cooked. But we never thought about it as a volcano. For us, it was just a place to take tourists, and so we never thought about anything about any eruption or anything like that.
Yes, I would always describe Montserrat as paradise. It was so quiet, so the pace of life very, very easygoing. And in a sense, you were your brother's keeper. So that's why I would always say Montserrat is a paradise, because we looked after each other. And not only that, but visitors to the island, they enjoy tranquility, they enjoy the hospitality. So they themselves often describe Montserrat as being paradise. So quiet, so easygoing, so relaxing.
As a youngster coming up, and someone who's not been to Montserrat, you want to know what the Emerald Isle is. So Antigua is always about its beach and sand. And you want to go to Antigua for that, but you want to come to Montserrat to discover the Emerald.
The most popular place for people.
And we go watch the Mountain Aglow.
Mountain Aglow. Mountain Aglow.
And we go watch the Mountain Aglow.
Mountain Aglow.
Well, what I noticed too is when you were further away, you would more hear the noise than when you were close up to the volcano.
In the moonlight from Harris Hill.
For me, it has sound like those big fighter jets. When you hear like jets moving through the air, a real rumbling sound, you'll have to just hear it yourself to understand it. You know, you keep looking up to see as if something's passing, but there's nothing because it is coming from the earth. You know, so.
I wanna hold this sea forever.
And I was there in the morning, just about getting ready to go to work. And next thing I heard something like that, you know, when you mentioned dynamite, yeah, and I heard this, and then when I look up towards the mountain, I saw this black thing, and it's like, you know, everybody running out and screaming and like, what is happening? It's like everybody, you know, and then we started worrying about the kids at school and trying to do this. It was just one confusion day.
As the breezy night rolled on, crowds of
I woke up in the morning and I heard this rumbling, and we can't figure out what is causing the rumbling. You know, we are looking up in the sky because it sounds like, you know, those big jets, you know, like can't see anything moving. Just from morning to night, you just hear this rumbling sound. And then about a day or two after, someone told us that some small vents are opening up, you know, in the Soufrière Hills. They noticed some little vents opening up in the Soufrière Hills, that steam coming up.
Worried about the explosions and the ballistics that used to fall in our area, and even though some of the rocks were like pumice rocks, and so when you hear them jumping on your roof, it was something else, and then they would break the car's windscreen and everything. Did a lot of cleaning. On my house in Alveston, it was a flat concrete roof, so it wasn't going to keep it. But I had to be up there with the shovel and shoveling it off and then hosing it down because young children in the house, it was awkward.
in the dust
And then sometimes it's just dust, and then sometimes wet. But the fine one now is the one that even you close the windows, you get sent to the hostel, which they keep telling us wear masks. But I find myself when I wear the mask, when you take it off, the whole face is still with dust. Why are we doing it? You know, so it's like. When you wake up, you clean the house, wipe the windows, sweep the dust. And by this evening, it's back. So it's like, yeah. So we've been going through these things, and yeah.
They don't want it to drop, so they're taking action.
Certain parts of the Caribbean was affected from the volcano, from ash going up into the air and being disposed by the wind in different areas. So I think the whole Caribbean had suffered with us too.
So unreal. You have a whole community disappear. And you will stand at a distance and you look, and all you can see is this grey mass. And you wonder, where was this and where was that? And everything comes from that. So that to me is very hard to take. To see nothingness, from a thriving community. And then you remember all that used to happen. And you go back and you look at, there's no school. Not even a hint that the school was there. And you see, and the memories keep coming back. So it is difficult. It's difficult.
Nothing at all left. Where there was soil and vegetation and everything, all you could see was a bare landscape with this yellow sort of thing, because all the topsoil that just straight off the face of the earth. I was frightened. But I remember after a few trips out there with scientists that I went these hot suits and this and that and everything. But after that I felt small, I felt humble when I looked at what was happening and to see this is nature. I wasn't scared of them.
It was good to be back home, but where is home? What is home? There's no school, there's no church, there's no community, the whole community literally disappeared.
Knowing they have to come back and be either sheltered by a family member who have to go into a guest house, who have to spend money to be in a hotel, you know what I mean? I think most of them are feeling more of a pain than we are at the moment. And half of them who come back, they look around and they don't even know where they are, because they never intend to see the island the way it is.
Some people did definitely have to leave because they have no place to stay and they were going to live in shelters. And sadly, I'm not criticizing, but the British government, they did send the money time to build these shelters, so folks had to leave. But when we heard the songs about we're not going to leave and so on, then you go down at the ferry and you see the same people. And we tease them about it, right? And we laugh about it, right? But we used to tease them, and some of us even got vexed.
And then this continuous ash every day, in and out, morning, noon, night. People started getting frustrated and they thought they would be out of their house for 2 or 3 months. And then it went on for 6 months, it went on for a year, and it kept going on and on and on. Then people started getting frustrated, and the Brits came up with an Atlan who wants to leave could. And if you want to go to any neighboring islands, you could. So they gave you an option, and some people run with that option. I never did.
It might just seem chaotic or even just sheer chaos. It's the start of something else. Perhaps the end of one thing, one era, and the start of another. Then you realize that life is a beautiful thing. We can't live here until we can't. And if tomorrow the decision is that we can't because it's unsafe, then so be it.
It could make you laugh. It might make you cry.
I think if we survive that, we will survive eventually, and we are surviving, and I am surviving, and I'm grateful for that.
You know, Montserrat lives in my heart. Wherever I go, it's with me. And I do really miss, my homeland.
We know Montserrat could never be the same as it was before, but we can make it just as good in a different way because we got a new generation that needs to one day say, Montserrat, still home, still nice, still paradise.
People talk about museums, but I don't think they understand.
As we're concerned, the mountain would never do anything, and then he turned around and betrayed us. And that's how I felt about it. I thought, how dare you? How could you just betray us like that? How could you do this to us? For the Christians, if they went to the solid rock on which I stand, that was what some people thought of chance to speak. It was solid, it was just there. It could do no wrong, and then it did wrong. So a lot of us have had to come to a new relationship now with that mountain. Because I've spoken to people who, think, I don't even want to go back so much and see that mountain because it's destroyed my life. I wouldn't say destroyed my life, but it's changed it dramatically.